Hey, Chrissy.
Hello there.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Have you had a tarot or astrology reading before?
Not in a long time.
Oh, cool. So you have a lot of contrasts to your
I'm
personality.
bipolar, pretty much.
Contrast. I'll
Okay.
use that as the
Okay.
word. So you're going to split this into 3 sections. You'll put it here, and
Okay.
that'll represent your sun,
Okay.
your moon, and your
This way?
Venus. Yep. Great. So we'll
Oh,
put this
shucks.
in.
Okay.
Great. All right. So you can flip in whichever order you want first. So that'll be your sun sign card. Oh my gosh. We have some repetitive themes. You guys are all stars up in here. This is beautiful. The moon. Okay. You pulled the moon for your moon sign. So
I'm scared.
This is great. No, you're aligned. That's what you are.
Okay. Oh,
That
come
one
on,
one's
cards.
play hard to get.
Okay.
This cast is like a very special angelic cast of like interesting omens that the stars want to send you. This is beautiful. Okay. So the star is what you pulled as your sun sign card. Your sun is in Taurus. Taurus is going through one of the most honestly life-changing periods right now because Uranus, the planet of surprise, is in your sign. It entered your sign first in March of this year, and it's going to remain for the next 6 years actually in your sign. And what it's doing is, even though Taurus is a sign that loves stability and structure,
Yes.
lots of things are unpredictably changing in your life, especially your own self, who you are, who you view yourself as. You're like being reborn into someone new. It could change and challenge a lot of your relationships because people are like, who are you? The person who I used to always depend on to be like, I know who you are. You're all of a sudden this brand new person. So this card indicates that in this upcoming season, you have to step into this metamorphosis. Even if there's a part of you that's scared, if there's a part of you that wants to stick to what's familiar, there's something about embracing the huge change and revolution that you feel within yourself that will lead to you shining like never before. It's part of your destiny.
Okay.
You
Don't want to mess with destiny.
So can you already relate to the energy of like forcing?
Yes. I've been pushed and pulled in directions that are very unfamiliar for me. And I haven't liked it, but once I'm there, I figure it out.
Yeah. And what's powerful is that you have your moon in Gemini to help you deal with change.
Don't tell me about that.
I know you said you don't, you were a little surprised to see that you had Gemini in your chart, but it's definitely something you're going to study. And the fact that you literally pulled the moon card for your moon in Gemini means that a Gemini or someone who has Gemini-like influences will have an effect on you and will actually help you get more in tune with your emotions. And then one thing to know is Gemini is ruled by the twins. So there's a duality that exists within you. People sometimes find it hard to know what you really want emotionally because one moment you might have said something and the next your actions are showing something else. Something like this might happen on the show where at first they thought they could clearly know what was needed for you to be like happy, fulfilled, what they can give you, and then they could be feeling like they're way off.
Okay.
So there could be like an inner contradiction that you experience.
That
you
I'm wrestling with.
Shouldn't be too hard on yourself about it. It's part of your nature to kind of see the pros and cons of situations. But indecisiveness might be a theme that you're wrestling with. Do you?
Yes. Yes. I don't know whether to be nice to people on this cast or not. I mean, when I first got here, my energy was everything that happened is old, it's over with, let's move on. But when you get in front of certain people, they give you that nasty energy where it makes it very hard for you to be that open person that you want to be. You know? So that's something that I'm dealing with.
I think the biggest advice I'd give is that Moon in Gemini tends to sometimes be overly accommodating to other people's needs and tries to not rock the boat. And it's okay. It's really important for you to be like, how am I feeling? Not like picking up on what would be good to feel so that I keep things chill, but what am I really feeling?
They don't want that. They don't want to know what I'm really feeling.
Oh, well, let's see if you dare to let that be seen, at least they won't be able to try to say, you know, to create your story for you. You'll be in control of your own narrative.
Okay.
Now, Venus, on all the readings that I do, it's very rare to see things aligned so specifically because literally the sun is the star. It's and then you pulled the moon, and Venus represents love. You literally pulled the Lovers. I'm so sensitively happy about this. Even if things aren't picture perfect, your trajectory, your evolution as a lover is astounding. Your ability to see what happens when you're patient, see what happens when you release assumptions, see what happens when you dare to be vulnerable. You have a Venus in Aries, so you're someone who attracts a lot of attention. You're someone who likes to take the lead when you know what you want, but this is asking you to let someone else take the lead. Let someone else show you how they feel about you without you trying to interject. There's something about love that is meant to completely surprise you, but it does mean letting down your guard. It does mean believing that it's possible for you to just accept the abundance that the universe
want me
wants
to
give
chill.
you. I want you to chill, and I want you to be intentional about what your ideal relationship feels like. So what can you do as a lover to be the type of love you want to receive and mirror the energy that you deserve? The Lovers indicates it's also not always romantic. There could be a connection and a friendship that grows and a partnership that grows. The birds are flying together and the universe is supporting their growth. So anyone who makes you feel like home is here to support you this season. I know that there might be people who make you feel the opposite, but the universe is asking you to focus on those who make you feel great. Do you have some of those people in your mind?
On this cast?
Whether it's this cast or in your surrounding environment, who can be a support system for you as you fly?
Nobody comes to mind right now that's not a lover. You know what I mean? Like somebody that no, this is all a surprise for me. This is the stuff that I'd like to sit back and watch unfold.
What about in terms of your love life? How are you feeling? Because your love life is a major theme right now.
My love life is steady. No new expectations. So there will be no new disappointments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. We've been together a long time, and it's familiar, it's home, and, you know, it's not my focus right now. And that's okay. I used to think that when people say, oh, my relationship is not my focus, that it was a bad thing. No, that's understood that we're together. So now I'm focusing on me.
And that's exactly what Venus in Aries represents. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So Aries energy is about, of all the signs, Aries can be their own lover. They love love, they love passion, they love sex. If you have Aries in your chart, you're definitely a passionate being and people are drawn to you. But your ability to do you and be you is very strong. The one thing I would say with the Lovers is it might be a little intimidating for people who want to also be here with you and show you that they're with you long term. Even if it's stable and it feels safe, letting down that guard to be like, I feel like you want to get a little closer and like do something that's not as predictable with me. That goes back to the star. As you shake what's familiar, including in your love life, as you dare to do things that are different, even like the types of dates you go on. That brings a lot of abundance, and it also shows you the infinite possibilities of love. Even if you've been with someone for a long time, it's not too late to literally create a new normal.
Well, I've already created a new normal because I live in Miami now, and he lives here in New York. But our relationship doesn't feel like it's changed. You know what I mean?
How long has it been?
It's been almost 4 years.
That you've been doing this back long distance? Wow. So I really encourage you to not look for the change. It's often something that will happen under the surface. And because Uranus is in your sign until 2026, it's often gonna be when you look back at 2026, literally maybe watch this in 2026, you'll be like, okay, wow, I'm definitely not the same as I was back then. And my love life, even if you're with the same lover, there's gonna be a dynamic that really intrigues you. I know that this combination of energy is honestly all auspicious for you. So
auspicious, come on.
Auspicious
break it down.
As in, it indicates that a lot of excitement and things that you can't yet foresee are coming, but they're all very positive. The star, the moon, and the Lovers are some of the most positive combinations. So I think as a Taurus, you tend to be on guard and always be like, how can I best prepare for my life and make sure that nothing comes and like throws me off the loop. The biggest thing you could do is dare to believe that the best case scenario is possible for you.
Wow, and that's something I don't. I prepare for the worst.
You're all about practicality, what can be explained, and I'm all about sensitivity and emotion, but these cards are all screaming that sensitivity and believing in things that are more existential and otherworldly is part of what's happening for you in this
just
moment.
accept it?
It's not always going to be easy to accept. When Taurus is used to staying fixed in what they're used to.
That's how I run my life. That's how I get far. That's how I get where I am today.
Which is why you shouldn't lose it. But you have Gemini energy, which is all about adaptability, which is all about
flightiness
and sometimes inconsistency.
Okay.
It can make people obsessed with you because they don't fully know what you really want from them. They're just obsessed with figuring out what they can do to get inside your head. And just when you think you know, another desire could come emotionally. That's a huge contrast to your Taurus. So in this season, if you go back and forth between should I stick with what's practical or should I just kind of break free and do something new, the cards are indicating that the breaking free from practicality is going to be your key to success.
Well, I've already apologized to somebody that I never thought I would.
Ooh.
So that was a big step.
Yes. How did that feel?
It felt like I'm gonna put it out there and it doesn't matter how it comes back. I'm gonna genuinely put it out there. Like that's how far I went with letting it go and not worrying about how it came back. Is that good or bad?
I actually think that's exactly what you're supposed to do. The more you are authentic to what you're feeling, the more the universe knows to give you the kind of energy that you want. So speaking your truth and being vulnerable is key to this season's success for you. And also get ready. Get ready because the star indicates that
I'm finna shine?
Yes. You're shining even more than usual.
Okay. Wow.
For real,
okay. All right.
This is your time.
Thank you. That I like to hear, because Lord knows I've worked real hard at staying me. And that's hard to do in an industry like this and relationships and just life disappointments. It's hard to stay you. And I've managed to do that. So to hear that it's like a relief.
Whew, I'm just going to end on the note that I said Uranus is in your sign, and at the beginning of 2020, it's no longer retrograde. So if you felt like these past few months, because it's been retrograde for 5 months.
If you only knew what I've been going through for the past 5 months, girl, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm making it.
You are. You're really at the end of the tunnel. So set clear intentions for this new decade.
Okay.
And don't be surprised when they manifest much faster than you expected them to.
Okay. I'll come look for you and give you a big hug and kiss. Hi, my name is Chrissy, and my birthday is April 27th. Y'all don't need to know the year. I'm from New York, and my sun is Taurus, my moon is in Gemini, and Venus is Aries.
So Chrissy has a blend of earth, air, and fire elements in her chart. As a Taurus sun, she is the ultimate boss, someone who's practical, someone who likes to have structure and order and take things step by step. However, her Gemini moon completely shifts things around. It makes her someone who's adaptable, whose feelings change like the wind, whose needs often can shift, and she needs to find ways to express those needs in a way that people can clearly meet them. And then Venus is in Aries. It's a very powerful combination. It indicates that as a lover and a friend, she's passionate. She's someone who attracts a lot of attention. And one of her lessons is to be willing to be more vulnerable.
Hey, did you hear Love and Hip Hop is on YouTube? Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the action.